Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim says his administration will review the 5G network rollout, which was introduced by the previous government. Anwar was speaking at a press conference following his first cabinet meeting today. He said the current 5G plan needs a second look as it was not formulated in a transparent manner. The government will also be cutting the number of special draws by number forecast operators. Anwar said these special 4D draws will be reverted to 8 times a year, starting from January 1st, 2023. The frequency of the special draws was increased to 22 by the previous PN administration. In view of the weak economy projected ahead, Anwar said the cabinet has also agreed to take a salary cut of 20% every month until the economy recovers. Anwar told the press that his unity government will ensure that political figures will not be allowed to easily accumulate wealth at the expense of the people. He told the press that he had reprimanded billionaire Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar Al-Bukhari over his monopoly of rice imports through Padi Beras Nasional or Bernas. He added that the tycoon has pledged to allocate 10 million ringgit this month to help poor paddy farmers and 50 million ringgit via Bernas next year. As for Budget 2023, Anwar said the spending framework is for the most part acceptable and that the Finance Ministry and the Cabinet will be given room to gather their input on the areas that can be changed or improved on. Earlier today, Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli said he expects the revised budget to be tabled in January at the earliest. The share prices of number forecast operators or NFOs suffered another bout of politically induced decline on the heels of the announcement regarding the reduction in the frequency of special draws per year. At the closing bell, Magnum saw its share price plummet 5.15% to end at RM1.29, matching its one-year low. At RM1.29, Magnum is valued at RM1.85 billion. Sports Toto ended down 4.19% at a one-year low of RM1.60, valuing it at RM2.16 billion. Year to date, Magnum has declined 32.11%, while Sports Toto has tumbled by 15.09%. Just 2 weeks prior, when the name of Malaysia's next Prime Minister was still anyone's guess, and the formation of the government was at an impasse, Magnum and Sports Toto's shares took a nosedive. Investors succumbed to heavy selling of NFOs as well as other sin stocks, as the prospect of a PN-led government, particularly a government where PAS would be a major component, remained a possibility. This was quelled once Anwar was named Prime Minister. The EPF saw total gross investment income for the 9 months ended September 30th, 2022 fall 18% year-on-year or 8.71 billion ringgit to 48.02 billion ringgit. In a statement today, the retirement fund said total gross investment income for the third quarter of this year amounted to 12.32 billion ringgit, down 1.65 billion ringgit or 12%. Quarter-on-quarter, though, it was an increase of 11% from the previous quarter's figure of 11.14 billion ringgit. EPF CEO Datuk Sri Amir Hamzah Azizan said the improvement was due to stabilised market conditions for both equity and fixed income investments. During the quarter under review, equities contributed 5.49 billion ringgit, accounting for 45% of investment income. Despite the heightened market volatility, the EPF said it registered a healthy quarter-on-quarter growth of 13% in investment income from its equities portfolio. Private equity, which is part of this asset class, delivered realised returns of 1.09 billion ringgit or 20% of total equities income recorded during the quarter. The fund said this portfolio is gradually becoming more important for its diversification efforts as the volatility in listed equity markets remains high. Utility giant TNB is planning to spend 20 billion ringgit in annual capital expenditure over the next 28 years to support the country's net zero agenda. Speaking at the Enlit Europe 2022 summit in Frankfurt, Germany, TNB President and CEO Dato' Indira Baharudin said TNB is keen to meet with other European electricity supply industry players to explore opportunities for partnerships and investments, as well as delivering energy transition solutions for sustainable business growth. The potential collaborations or investments include deployment of electric vehicles, green hydrogen production, and expansion of decentralized renewable energy. Baharin said ASEAN recognizes the strong interconnection among European countries had led to the delivery of several values, including sharing of resources while managing the variability of renewable energy. He highlighted that TNB has been working with the regional ASEAN power grid to strengthen the interconnection to obtain a similar advantage. Capital A CEO Tan Sri Tony Fernandes says there will be no merger of AirAsia's aviation businesses into one new entity. Instead, all aviation operations will be injected under one existing structure. According to a Bernama report, he said this implies that AirAsia X or AAX and the four airlines under Capital A, namely AirAsia Malaysia, AirAsia Thailand, AirAsia Philippines and AirAsia Indonesia, will be operating separately under AirAsia Aviation Group or AAG. He stressed that the group is merely injecting AirAsia carriers into AAX's listing status, with AAX renamed as AAG. He cited as an example the same structure of International Airlines Group, which owns British Airways, Iberia Airlines and Aer Lingus. He noted that once all the group's airlines are under one entity, each one will maintain its respective operation of short-haul and medium-haul flight services, with the company's total of 225 aircraft comprising the Airbus A320 and A321 models. Going forward, he expects the group's major planes to be the A321 for both AirAsia and AAX. It has an order book of 326 A321 aircraft.